Guys, today is the day three of this trading this account, and I'm thrilled and I'm happy to share with you that today happens to be our biggest day yet, which is about $512. I'm gonna go into TradeZilla right now and have a market recap with you guys so that we can see the whole trading setup and we can also see where we enter the trade from. So right now, I'm just going to share my screen with you so that we can just go and dive into it without wasting time. So let's go to dashboard. We can see that the whole day, this is 25th of September, $500. When we go to, let's go to report. Report is not stating so much. It said I had 10 trades. And which is almost like this 10 trade happens in just 3 trades, to be honest. But because I was leveraging, I was having more trades. That was why. Um, that is why we're having this 10 trade history in the history. We have number of winning trade, which is 6, number of losing trade, which is 3. And we have a massive consistent win. We have one break even, which is true. We have total commission, no. Total fee, no. Total swap, no. We have largest profit, which is and biggest. So it was a good day, to be honest. It was a good day. It was a good day. Uh let's just see. Right now we have a 500, almost 500, $512 on it. So let's go to the trades now. So we can talk about these are the trades that we had. So these are the first trades. So this trade, I placed this trade around Tokyo session, Tokyo Open, which is all up, all up, all up, all up, nigga. All up, all up, all up, all up, all up. So I placed this trade around here during Tokyo Open, which is around almost 15 minutes to 1 a.m. my time, Lagos time. And it went well, right? It went well and it went well. And I placed 2 trade actually. So the way I place my trade is that whenever I'm entering a market, I enter with just 50% of my accounts. So when the market goes in favor, I had more trades. So now if it goes against me, I only risk like 5% of my accounts. So let's say for example, I want to risk like let's say I want to risk 10% of my account. So instead of starting the trade with 10% of my account, I start the trade with just 10 sorry just 50% of that 10%, which is happen to be 5%, right? So then by the time the trade start moving in my favor, I had more trade and I just leave it to run. So by the time it goes to like 30 pips, I close one of those trades, which happens to give me maybe half or maybe 1/3 of the profit I'm supposed to make. Then I leave the rest to move. And what I do, the reason why I do that is because most time when the market goes, let me just do this, guys, so you guys can see. So when the market, just like when let me use this as an example. So just like when market goes up like this, and I take profit, right? Then it come again to here. I still have this my initial trade, right? Then I enter for a second trade, then it move, then I get to cash up again. So that's the way I like to do my thing. And this way it works for me better because again, let's say for example, there's a situation whereby the market get to reject and come back to my initial trade, then I won't be at totally lost. At least I will have like a partial profit that I'm taking out of the market. So that is the way I like to do my things. It works for me that way. And this trade I make profit about $145, right? Then we have the second trade that I did had. I told you about the second trade, which happens to give me 30 pips. And I close at 230. I close this one at 230. I closed the other one at 440. So which I was online for almost 4 hours. Which is something that I will not say regret, Yeah, I regret doing it because again, by the time I woke up in the morning, I missed like the major move from the market, which I'm gonna show you. This is the major move. This is the major move. This was the trade I was in, right? This is where I got out. This is the major move that I'm talking about. Like this was the major move that I was talking about that I missed because again, this happened around 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. London Open, and I missed it. Even though I got in, I was able to get in here, but it was later in the like later. It was later. I got about I will show you the trade. I will show you the trade when we get there. So the second one was still the same trade. So I made about $245 or for $6 from the first trade of the day. So let's go to this trade. So I had like break even on this trade, and I placed this trade at the same time too. This was like the trade I'm harding on. Remember, guys, I told you earlier that, let me show you. You remember when I said the first trade from here was, let me use this. I don't want the chart to be so, okay. The first trade was around here. Hold on. The first trade was around here, right? Then I got in another trade right here, right? I got in another trade right here. Then I closed the first trade around here. I think somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. I closed around here for almost $100. Let's say. Yeah, for almost $100. Right? That's my first trade that I closed right here. Then the market started rejecting. What time did I entered this trade around 4 a.m. in the morning. So let's look for 4 a.m. in the morning. So all this, after I see this market give me a breakout and came for a test, I entered. Then from there, I had to put my stop, as breaking because I thought it was never gonna come down. But which it did. It took me out, and I'm so grateful that it did. I was happy that it did. So this was when I closed all my trade and just like I'm done for that morning because it was like almost 5 a.m. So I didn't sleep until 5 a.m. that I end up like, so this is what I do. Like, this is why I say, okay, this is why I like to do my trading. I hope you guys understand this. If you don't, just leave a comment down below. Let me explain more. Then I had another trade around 7 a.m. Okay, so let me explain about this trade to you guys. You're gonna laugh. This was the first trade I placed in the morning when I woke up. Let me go to 5 minutes. Okay, so yeah, this is the first trade that I placed right here. You can see this is like more like a break even. It wasn't my intention to set my stop loss. This was a stop loss, right? It wasn't my intention. My intention was to set my stop loss to be below right here, below this candle here, or somewhere around here. But when I was setting it, I missed the number, right? I missed the number. So immediately I missed the number. Market was right there when I placed it, when I set my stop loss. It just hit my stop loss. Then it was like I had like two trade. It would have been like I would have been done with like I would have been done. So this is what happened here, guys. The market ended up giving us almost, yeah, 60 pips. I would have been done with the trade. Like, but even though I added more trade to it, but this was the first trade that I had. It was way below the second trade and the third trade that I did had. So moving on, then I think we have another one, break even. This was supposed to be break even too. Yeah, yeah. This was this was the trade I had it after that one. So this was the first trade that I placed. Then this was the second trade that I added to the trade. But because for me, I wasn't like my stop loss was so tight, I had to like, you can say one just 0.1 pips. It's Yeah, I thought we're not gonna come back to this trade. Like when I'm like, there's no way we'll come back next. Like the market is moving, but I was wrong. Then it came back down here. Then the market started consolidating. Then yeah, so I end up like I would not say this one was a loss, but I'm glad I did because my initial stop loss before was right here. My initial stop loss was right here, was at my previous entry, this right here. So it would have taken me about, I will have lost like $50 or something like that. So, but I will not count that one as loss. So we did well. We did manage our stop loss. We did manage our market. Will better. We did well. So again, so the same trade that I placed around that time at 8 a.m. end up giving us $90. No, I think network, I guess. Oh, sorry, it's not network. Oh, now we can't get the trade. How can we get this trade now? Okay, so here is it. So I entered the trade right here. This was the third, like the second trade after I had a break even here. I entered it in the second trade right here. And this was the first trade that I closed out from. I closed out from this trade. It's so painful. Like it was so painful that I had to do that thing. Like it was almost like 100 piece. The team paying me like it was $40 from here to here. It was $40. But anyway, I end up having another trade though, so which I'm gonna explain in a bit. So I got like 20. I always like closer. I told you I always closer. This was the trade I shouldn't close, honestly. I shouldn't close the trade because after I closed it, I wanted, and the reason why I closed it was because again, I started trading from let's say 1 a.m. Then I went to sleep around 5 a.m. I woke up back again by 7 a.m. Then I started entering trade around 7:30, 7:40 a.m. Then at this point I already exhausted all my energy. Like I was drained. I was drained. So at this time I was like, this market is not moving. And I needed to sleep. I needed to sleep. So I just opted out. But before I opted out, I had another trade which gave me about $100. Before I closed that one before, let me show you. Okay, so this was where I entered the first trade that I closed at $90. And I ended up adding another trade right here. So which I closed. So let's say overall, okay, so this was a hard-on trade. This was hard-on trade that I had it to here. So immediately we broke this previous high, our previous high or resistance level, and like there's no way the market will come down. So I just had to place my trade right here, and immediately it just hit my stop loss. Pim, 8 pips. There's not much to say about the trade. So and all this trade is still like when you have trade and you just leveraging on it. So it's not like I'm entering like a separate trade. I'm just adding more trade, that's all. Yeah, so you can see all these ones was before 11 a.m. All this take profit was before 11 a.m. Like this it happened during an hour after I entered the first trade. Then this profit, I closed this out like 30 minutes later. So all this thing was happening like I was scaling in, scaling in, getting out, scaling in, getting out, scaling in, getting out. So I didn't get like a proper move like 100, like 100 piece, 50 piece, like, I had to go. But overall trade, I still find a way to accumulate like 60, 70, 80 pips. But which I would have loved to like get like 60 pips at a go, because 60 pips at a go will give me all the profit that I need, so that I don't need to. So now it looks like I'm chasing trade. Before I saw this, I was like, am I chasing trade? Then I realized I'm not doing bad at all. Like you can see what I'm showing to you now. It's like I didn't enter this trade like separately, like I'm scalping. I entered this trade just like, oh, I'm just getting in and just knowing that, okay, I need to. The initial trade was still there. But I'm just any trade I had on, I just take it out because email wants to come retest. I know GG. So I don't get to again when you're doing something like this, you have to know that you have to be like perfect time. You have to do like a perfect time when it comes to your AC. The next trade, was $6. So this was in the afternoon after I woke up. And that was it. After this, I just even though the trade ended up going up, like going up a little bit, I just said to myself, like, I'm done. I don't just want to be in the market anymore until the following day. Until the following day. So it was, I was like, I had enough. I had enough. Like, if I had enough, it was a good day. So yeah. Anyway, so hold on, let me just stop this right now so that I can focus on you guys. So that is the lesson I learned today from this trade today, which is let me just show you from my let me show it to you from my daily trade. So this is my daily trade. Okay, so market forex watch list, GBP JPY. Mistake I made. I should have waited until London session took place trade instead of staying up all night. So which is true. After I had that profit to like 2 p.m., I should have closed and just go and sleep so that I can have more time. By the time I can at least rest enough by the time I wake up for London session, and I will be functioning well to play straight around that time. But because I didn't rest, I didn't have enough rest. I will have made more, and I feel like I need to do better in that area. So it doesn't look like I'm chasing trade, or I don't want to develop an habit whereby I have to like not function well during the day when I'm supposed to. If I had, okay, let's say for example, if I have all the profit that I need during the night, I would say, okay, there's no need for me to trade. I can probably snooze London session and just trade New York session instead. But at that point, the way I traded that, I felt like I didn't give myself enough rest. It made me feel like I'm chasing trade, but even looking back at it, I'm like, okay, I didn't do bad. It's just me, just it's just me scaling on the account. But again, I have to hold myself accountable for everything that I do in order for me not to repeat, or in order for me to be able to grow. In this trade, we got ourselves. So it's a business where nobody sees your flaws unless you speak about it. And it's an industry where a lot of people proclaim perfection. And I don't want to. I want to work towards and be a better trader by holding myself accountable for every mistake that I do make on every single trade. So with that being said, let me use my mic now. Probably this one will be loud. With that being said, thank you for holding on to the third day and watching this video. I will see you on the fourth day. Peace out.